The Siege of Plebeian. Kronos was beaming as he watched his troops march through the streets of the capital city. As they marched, they saluted him, since he was the crown prince of the Hecate. Next to him stood the 3D image of his younger brother, Hyperion. Hyperion was the high priest of the Hecate. Kronos left the viewing stand and strode around the capital. He wore his black and gold armour, which was carefully crafted to show his exposed back. He wanted everyone to see his tattoos, which showed a tapestry of colours and symbols. Most importantly, it contained the names of every world he had conquered. He walked over to the Varangian general and ordered him to bring the magistrate and the plebeian council up from their bunker. They had been hiding deep inside the Capitol building, begging the leadership of the free worlds for help. Unfortunately, newly elected President Janus and Fleet Admiral Tiberius had rejected the request. Kronos chuckled as he mocked the plebeians for attempting to defy him. Kronos' confidence was boosted because he had hired the Varangians. The Varangians were professional soldiers, and they were the best army that money could buy. They never questioned orders and fought without remorse. The Varangians brought the magistrate and the plebeian council to an open field behind the Capitol building. The plebeians had fought valiantly, but they were no match for the Varangian strike teams. Nyx, the leader of the plebeians, kept his flock together and was currently leading them in prayer. Kronos was disgusted by the plebeians and their religious beliefs. He considered them to be simple peasants led by a false god. Kronos ordered the Varangians to bring Nyx before him, bound in chains. The Varangians pulled Nyx away from his family, locked him in chains, and dragged him to Kronos. The chains clanked as they dragged him across the dirt. Nyx was proud and picked himself up off the ground and stood facing Kronos. Kronos sneered and pointed at Nyx with his sceptre. "Your armies are defeated, and your people will make good slaves. Now bow to your king. Your people need to learn respect." Nyx refused and stood strong. Kronos smacked him hard across the face. Nyx's frail body tumbled into the dirt. Kronos walked over to Nyx's daughter and put a large silver blade under her chin. The little girl cried and begged him to stop. Nyx spit out a wad of saliva and dirt. He reluctantly got down on his knees and bowed to the crown prince. Kronos petted his head as he spoke. "You should never have signed a treaty with the free worlds." Nyx clenched his teeth as he spoke. "I would give anything for someone to kill you. You're a monster, and the only thing your family has brought to the universe is death. One day there'll be a reckoning, and someone will end your reign." Kronos laughed in the man's face and then kicked him in the stomach. "Regrettably, you and your family will not be here to see it. I'm going to kill everyone on this field and then enslave the others to do my bidding." Kronos lifted the man's face with his sceptre and continued, "You're a fool, and nobody's interested in saving you." Kronos swung his sceptre through the air, which made a whistling sound before it hit Nyx's head with a thud. Nyx dropped to the ground and did not move. Kronos smiled and turned to the Varangian general and gave the order to kill the magistrate and the plebeian council. In the distance, the commander was watching all this unfold. He chewed on his cigar as he tried not to show his building frustration. After Kronos struck Nyx in the head, the commander turned to his men and threw the remnants of the cigar on the ground. He spit out the remaining tobacco in his mouth and said, "It's time."